What happens when you sprinkle a little pixie dust on paradise? You get Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa, and I'm going to show you what all the hype is about and how this dream destination lives up to and surpasses even the highest expectations. Let's go. I'm sure you've probably seen some videos on Aulani by now. There are thousands of them on YouTube alone. Maybe some of them seem too good to be true. Others might seem negative, and others still might leave you with more questions than answers. As a DVC owner and someone who took their family to Aulani in April, I can confidently say that I've learned never to doubt two things when it comes to experiences: Hawaii and Disney. Now, I'm not even a Disney person, but their attention to detail is second to none. As a husband and father of two young children, the perfect combination for a family is Disney Aulani. But it's not just for families. Couples and retirees will also be completely blown away by all the resort has to offer. In fact, the resort is so well planned, you don't even have to leave. We're talking plenty of food options, a pool area that can be considered a mini water park, a private beach, a world-class spa, state-of-the-art gym, gift shops galore, its own luau, activities for both kids and adults that'll keep you occupied for days on end, and even Auntie's beach house, which is a place you can drop the kids off at and get some real vacation time. I'll go over all the options and try to answer the same questions I had while I was going through the booking process. I'll also go over all the amenities and what it takes to have the experience of a lifetime. And by the end of this video, I won't even need to ask you to like and subscribe because you'd have already done so. I hope. Probably the most important question when considering Aulani is why. There are a ton of hotels on the island of Oahu. What makes Aulani unique? Why not stay closer to Waikiki and all the tourist spots? There are even two other hotels in the immediate vicinity of Aulani. Why not stay at either of them instead? These are all great questions, and here are my answers. Number 1, Oahu is the most populous of the Hawaiian Islands, by a lot. 70% of Hawaiian residents live in Oahu, and most of those residents live in Honolulu, which is on the other side of the island where many of the tourist attractions like Pearl Harbor, Waikiki Beach, and Diamond Head are. Aulani is located in a small town called Ko'olina, about 25 minutes from all the hustle and bustle. So when the traffic and long lines start to wear you down, you have your oasis to return to for that much-needed revitalization. Number 2, Ko'olina is home to the Marriott Ko'olina Beach Club and the Four Seasons Resort Oahu at Ko'olina, as well as a handful of other resorts and timeshares. While the Four Seasons is world-class, so is the price. And while Aulani is no bargain barn, what it offers is within Four Seasons ballpark, but at a fraction of the price. On the other side, we have the Marriott, whose prices are comparable to Aulani, but don't offer as many amenities nor the added bonus of Disney magic, which, in my opinion, is not too much or too little at this resort. Aulani is the most well-thought-out resort I've ever stayed at. Disney in general takes everything into consideration, but I think they went above and beyond when they built this resort. From the location on the island to everything within the resort, as a guest, you will have everything you need and then some. So for me, the question is not why I should stay at Aulani. It's why should I stay anywhere else? Okay, so we've established that Aulani is where it's at. Now, what's the best way to book a room there? Well, there's a few different options. I would never suggest becoming a Disney Vacation Club member because it's technically a timeshare through Disney, and timeshares are definitely not for everyone. But if you are an owner like me, you can use your points to book at Aulani. DVC members buy points at a specific home resort. My home resort is the Disney Riviera. There are 9 DVC resorts surrounding Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and 13 total including Aulani. You can book at your home resort up to 11 months in advance, and trust me, most of the time you need all 11 months to book something. All other DVC resorts open up to you at the 7-month mark. Usually you can find something off-season, but inventory really thins out during peak seasons like summer and major holidays. Many times, DVC owners like to rent their points. This is a great way to snag a vacation at Aulani. Sites like Red Week or David's Vacation Club offer Aulani stays posted either directly from owners or through agencies. I've used both as an owner and a renter and have always been able to find availabilities. You can also book straight through the Aulani website, and I highly recommend downloading the Aulani app if you book a stay there. It's essential for getting the quickest updates on when your room is ready, any construction going on, or any areas that are temporarily shut down, as well as making reservations for restaurants, activities, or spa appointments. It also has an interactive map of the resort and a schedule planner. So yeah, definitely add that to your phone's home screen. You can also find Aulani accommodations on sites like Costco Travel, TripAdvisor, Kayak, Priceline, Airbnb, and more. There's nothing wrong with booking through sites like these, especially if you want to get the best deal. In my experience, booking through third-party sites doesn't always lead to a streamlined getaway, especially if issues arise. I recommend first going through the Aulani site if the prices and availability are comparable. If you can't find what you're looking for, then I'd suggest trying to find an owner looking to rent his points through David's Vacation Club or Red Week. Finally, when to book is just as important as how to book. As I said before, summer and holidays are peak season. Actually, it's always peak season in Hawaii. But for travelers looking to book at Aulani, most do so during the summer when school is out or during major holidays like Christmas and New Year's or spring break when the time off work and school is a week or more. If you can, booking off-peak will save you money and headaches. Demand is lower, supply is higher, and the market reflects all of that. As for weather, Ko'olina is on the dry side of the island, so it doesn't get too rainy, but during the summer it can be overwhelmingly humid. So again, booking during off-peak is gonna be your best bet. Aulani offers a few different room types, each with different views. There's the standard resort room, which is your typical hotel room. Then they offer the deluxe studio, which comes with a kitchenette. Villas that come in 1, 2, and 3 bedroom configurations, all with full kitchens and laundry machines. And finally, there's suites, which are similar to any suite you'd find at a high-level hotel or resort. The different views are the standard view, which is basically a view of the parking lot, usually a lower floor room. The island garden view, where you can see some of the mountains inland, as well as some landscaping, usually a higher floor above the standard view rooms. The poolside garden view, where you can see the pool and surrounding gardens, usually it's a lower floor room. And the partial ocean and ocean view, which are usually higher floors above the poolside garden view rooms, where depending on what area of the 2 main towers you are in, offers a partial or full view of the pool, private lagoon just beyond, and the Pacific Ocean beyond the lagoon. We stayed in a 1-bedroom villa with a poolside garden view. Our kids are probably too young to remember much, so we spent our entire stay at the resort, and to be honest, we were hardly in our room. But having amenities like a full-size kitchen and washer and dryer in the room makes a huge difference. Only the villas offer full kitchens and in-room laundry units, so if you're pondering the different room types and those things matter to you, they might be worth it. Otherwise, Aulani does offer 2 different self-service laundry facilities, as well as a valet laundry. Another nice touch with the villas, as with many Disney resorts, is the Murphy bed under the main TV, which is Disney themed and has a convenient reading light. It's perfect for that Moana or Lilo and Stitch fan in your family. Something I was not aware of before becoming a DVC member was the bath products culture within Disney resorts. Apparently, it's a huge deal amongst the Disney faithful. And while Aulani used to use the immensely popular H2O line, they have switched to Malier products, which some say are very similar. Who knew? Another thing I didn't know before becoming a DVC member at the behest of my Disney-crazed wife was that Disney places windows for making reservations for anything from restaurants to activities and more. And if you're not on top of those opening windows, you'll be left with a whole lot of not much. For example, you can book a spa treatment up to 90 days in advance, and it's highly recommended you do so as far in advance as possible. The same goes for the restaurants on the resort and many of their activities like the luau, t-shirt making, rainbow reef snorkeling, stargazing, and ukulele lessons. You don't need to be a DVC member to make these reservations though. As long as you're staying at the resort, owner or not, you can make these reservations just as much in advance as anyone else. The best way to do so is either through the Aulani site or on the app. So when you are perusing all the different activities and restaurants the resort has to offer, make sure to take note of which ones require and or recommend advanced reservations and try to heed those recommendations. You know the saying, the early bird gets the worm. Now, I'm not saying don't rent a car, but if you don't want to, you certainly don't need to. We booked a round-trip shuttle service online through Healy Transportation, and it was stellar. For $25 each way per person over 3 years old, and $10 each way per child under 2, they pick you up at the airport and take you straight to Aulani. Once you gather all your bags, you should get a call or text from your concierge, who will personally lead you to the shuttle. They'll also pick you up and take you directly to HNL on the day of your departure. You really cannot beat it. And if you're asking how you'll get to tourist attractions outside of the resort, there are plenty of tours that will pick you up from Aulani, many offered through the Aulani website and app. And of course, you can opt to use Uber or Lyft as well. This way you eliminate rental fees, Aulani's $40 overnight parking fee, as well as parking around the city or places like Hanauma Bay, Pearl Harbor, or Waikiki, and you avoid having to be behind the wheel navigating through the dreaded Honolulu traffic. But if you just can't be without a car, every single rental company under the sun is at HNL Airport, and there are plenty of options on Turo as well. You're here. You exit the car or shuttle, and that tropical Hawaiian air caresses your face like a mother's kiss. You approach the entrance, and one thing I think you'll never forget is walking into the Aulani lobby. It's a sight to behold, a space only Disney could bring to life, heavily inspired by Hawaiian art and architecture, sprinkled with Disney flavor. The lobby showcases both class, style, and fun. Opposite the entrance is a huge opening where you can view the pool area and ocean. At guest services, the staff is unbelievably friendly and attentive and will help you with anything you need. You can check in whenever you arrive, but rooms usually aren't available until 3 or 4 p.m. Hawaiian time. Bell service will check and hold your bags for you, and there are plenty of bathrooms where you can change into your swimsuit and hang out at the pool or beach until your room is ready. Just be sure to get your daily wristbands. Pool attendants actually check for them. You need one every day in order to use the pool facilities. The lobby is also where you'll find 2 gift shops, Kalipa's store and Hale Manu's store. At Kalipa's store, you'll find Aulani merchandise and souvenirs, as well as grocery and sundry items. Hale Manu is more of an upscale Hawaiian shop offering higher-end merchandise and souvenir items. Now, if you're anything like me, you know that a resort's dining options can make or break a vacation. Aulani has got you covered. Whether you want a fancy dinner, a quick bite, or an evening of feasting and entertainment, Aulani has it all. Get your Hawaiian tuxedo, that's a Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and flip-flops, ready, and fine dine at either Ama Ama or Makahiki, where you can indulge in a 4-course prefix menu of contemporary Hawaiian cuisine, or dine al fresco near the koi pond with a 3-course meal. Just make sure to reserve your spot 30 days in advance. If fancy is not your thing, or you have a hard time preventing your toddler from hurling chicken nuggets across the dining room, you can pick something up at Ulu Cafe or Off the Hook. For snacking, there's the Lava Shack, the Olilo Room, Wailana Pool Bar, Mama's Snack Stop, and Little Opihi's Beachside Kiosk. And shave ice. You cannot have a complete Hawaiian experience without some shave ice. Stop by Papalua's Shave Ice at least once, or more like once a day, to get this island treat. And if you just can't be bothered with going out at all, you can snag some groceries at Kalipa's store in the lobby and cook them up in your Villa full kitchen or deluxe studio or suite kitchenette. Now, I haven't been fortunate enough to visit all the great pools of the world, Certainly, the UNESCO pool culture of Iceland is high on the list. But I think it's safe to say that the pool at Aulani might be one of the world's greatest resort pools. Firstly, there are 9 distinct areas to the Aulani pools. The most intricate and active area is the Menehune Bridge, where children under 48 inches reign supreme. It's 2,100 square feet of magical play space with 2 water slides, a huge climbing structure, and fountains galore. Then there's Kiki Cove Splash Zone for even smaller kids, a nice water area for toddlers to call their own. There's a shaded retreat area where you can bask in style in a cabana. Reservations and a separate fee are required, of course. Waikolohe Pool is 8,200 square feet of family goodness with a 0 entry area. It boasts the thrilling tunnel water slide Volcanic Vertical, which is amazing, and it also has plenty of areas for lounging and relaxing. Waikolohe Stream is a lazy river where the whole family can relax and enjoy scenery only Disney can invoke. There are 4 different whirlpool spas or hot tubs to choose from, spread out across the resort. 2 of them are adults only, so make sure to drop the kiddos off at Auntie's beach house. I'll get into detail about this later. The Kamaka Grotto is an infinity edge pool with one of the aforementioned hot tubs attached to it. It's great for guests of all ages and offers a fantastic view of the lagoon and ocean. Wailana Pool is Aulani's adult pool, a 1,500 square foot pool with a beautiful waterfall at the deep end. Perfect for couples or retirees with sensitive ears and a low tolerance for getting hit with beach balls or squirted by water guns. And finally, the highlight of the pool area, Rainbow Reef. 3,800 square feet of unheated saltwater, coral reef, and hundreds of tropical fish. Rent snorkel equipment and get up close and personal with the locals. Fish, that is. A one-day pass for guests 10 and up is $30, and guests 9 or younger are $25. You can also purchase length of stay access for $50 per guest 10 and up, or $40 per guest 9 or younger. Want to take it a step further? Rent Supplied Air Snorkel Equipment, or SAS. Guests 8 and up get a regulator and a one-on-one underwater tour guide, aquarist. Or how about 2 steps further? Aulani's Underwater Explorers offers 2-hour scuba diving lessons for $189 per guest over 10 years old. This was one of the highlights of our trip. Though the water was significantly colder than the other leisure pools, it wasn't frigid, and once fully submerged by both the water and the adrenaline, we were more than fine with the temperature. Still got your swimsuit on? Let's head to the beach then. Aulani shares Kola Lagoon with the 4 Seasons and offers wave-free waters no deeper than 6 feet. Perfect for families with young children or for lounging in the water without having to worry about wipe out. Stop by Makiki Joe's for complimentary beach chairs, boogie boards, and life jackets, or rent snorkel sets and stand-up paddle boards. You can also reserve a beachside Casa Bella. That's a 2-seat lounger with an overhead awning shade for $85 a day. Or for a real adventure, book a sailing canoe experience and get your inner Moana on. For $119 per guest, 4 years and older, kids 3 and under are free. You can hop on a canoe and sail out past the lagoon and into the Hawaiian waves of the Pacific Ocean. You're welcome. Folks, we're only getting started. When I told you don't have to ever leave the resort, I wasn't kidding. This place is full of fun and activities, and unless your stay is longer than a week, I'm not sure you could do every single thing. I almost forgot that not only are we in paradise itself, but we're also in a Disney resort, which means Disney characters are roaming around, making appearances, and exciting and freaking out kids alike. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Chippendale, Stitch, Moana, Pluto, Daisy, Duffy, and Shelly May. The latter 2, I have no idea who they are. Although I did not experience an Aulani spa treatment, it's supposed to be otherworldly. The grounds look absolutely picturesque, and there are a ton of different experiences to choose from. They also cater to younger guests, so they can look and feel amazing too. Just be sure to book well in advance. This is one of the amenities that goes fast. Another experience that books fast is the Ka Wa'a on-site luau. Prices start at $175 for adults or $104 for kids 3 to 9. And while not cheap, it is absolutely 100% worth it, especially if you've never experienced a Hawaiian luau before. It comes with a lei, and all drinks, alcoholic or not, are included. There's pre-show activities like flower arranging and poi pounding, ukulele lessons, temporary tattoo booths, and storytelling. Then the actual show is around 3 hours, full of dancing and storytelling, while you dine buffet style on authentic Hawaiian fare. Parents, come here, listen closely. I know how fun playing horsey or dollhouse can be, but after 326 times, it gets a little old. Need a short break? Want to dip in that adult pool or soak a little in the whirlpool? Take the spawn to Auntie's Beach House. As long as they're between the ages of 4 and 12, you can leave them there for like an hour and a half for free, or 3 hours for a premium fee of $59 per child. And the best part? They'll love it. They probably won't want to leave, and they'll definitely want to go back. It's a win-win. But it goes without saying that this amenity is super popular. So just make sure to pre-register your children online and make reservations 90 days in advance. Yes, 90 days. Check the link in the description. What resort wouldn't be complete without a golf course? Well, this course is a championship 18-hole course with a driving range and putting greens. Hawaiian fusion restaurant Roy's is also on site. Some other very popular activities on site are the ukulele lessons, the mo'olelo fire pit storytelling, sunset mele for teenagers, the Imiloa Na'ahoku stargazing, and the Kapala Ki'i t-shirt stamping. Many of these require reservations and book mind-blowingly quick, so be sure to refresh that app every few nanoseconds. Whether you're familiar with Disney resorts or not, or whether you're familiar with the Hawaiian Islands or not, unless you have been living under a rock, you've at least heard of both, and I'm sure a lot of it sounds like hype. How good can it really be, right? Let me just say, I didn't want to like Disney, but they got me. From the service, to the quality of food, to the pristine grounds of every single resort, to the unrivaled attention to detail. They really know how to make me give them my money. And as far as Hawaii goes, I've been to both Maui and Oahu dozens of times, and it just never gets old. The weather, the scenery, the aloha. There's a reason people from all over the world flock there by the millions every single year. I promise you, it is literally paradise on earth. It can never be overhyped, and you will not be disappointed. So what are you waiting for? I'm positive you're inspired after watching this video, and if you were on the fence about booking a stay at Aulani, you should be well off it now and face deep in your laptop looking at pictures of the 3-bedroom villa. Okay, you can wake up now. But seriously, from Disney's reputable service, cleanliness, and attention to detail, their family-friendly approach, their cultural and environmental homage, and overall excellence, to Hawaii's picturesque landscape, weather, and welcoming aloha lifestyle, staying at Disney Aulani truly is a dream vacation. Now wake up and live your dreams. I promise you won't regret it. I'm sure you've hit that subscribe button, but if for some reason you haven't, do us a favor and smash it so you get more amazing ideas and insightful tips for your next adventure. From your friends at the Vacation Agent, safe travels.